Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is obviously on this look right here, and it is inspired by another makeup artist on Twitter. Her handle is MUA Madeline or Madeline. I don't know how she pronounces it, but I will put it at the bottom of the screen here for you to see. She brought back the whole blend one color challenge, and hers was like the blend black challenge. So it's like taking just one black shade and blending it with no transition, and so that's what I did today, and I'm so proud that I pulled it off. And then the other person that I was influenced by was Shine Dot Shadows, and I'll put that at the bottom as well. He did this really gorgeous look that I was inspired by, and I wanted to kind of do it in pastels, but I would love to do it in the colors sometime too, so let me know if you guys want to see that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and shut up and we're gonna get started. So as you can see, I already have my foundation, my brows on, and of course my base under my foundation. I'm going to start off with the LOUISE base in the shade 0.5, and I'm just putting that on a JH30. This is my favorite brush to prime my lids with, and I'm just priming the upper part of my lid, right under my brow and down just a little bit, but I'm not going to go below the crease. So for today's look, I'm going to be going in with a black shadow as my crease color and my transition. And I want my black to be really black, like really vibrant. So I'm going to go in with the LOUISE in the shade Bada Black. I'm just going to use the brush that came with it. And I'm going to first put it in my crease, and then I'm going to blend it up so that it kind of fades a little bit, so that way my shadow does the same exact thing. I want it to be darkest in my crease where I'm going to cut it. And then I'm actually going to put some shadow shields on so that I can get down the shape that I'm going for. And I'm just kind of tapping that base into my skin just like you would the regular base. And then I'm not going to go as high as I normally would because I want to leave some room to be able to blend out that black shadow. The best black that I could find in my whole entire collection is this shade called Temptress, and this is in the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Vault Collection Dark Magic palette. It was absolutely the darkest. It has a little bit of shimmer, like a little bit of reflex or something in it, but it's very fine and it's not super noticeable, so I'm hoping that this works in my transition area. And I'm also hoping that it blends well because it's so black that I don't know, but I just wanted to do the one black challenge and I wanted it to be very pigmented if I was going to do that. So I'm going to start by picking that up on an M456 brush, and right now I'm just going to pick up a little bit because it is really pigmented, and I'm just going to pack it right over top of that base. See what I'm saying? I use like the tiniest amount of product, which I know it's on a black base, but it is so pigmented. It is so black. This is like my new favorite black ever. So I'm just going to go back and kind of press it in a little bit. And then with like no extra product, just whatever's on my brush, I'm just very gently going to start moving my brush back and forth on the very edge to blend this out. So far so good. Oh my god, I was nervous. Okay, to start cutting my crease, I'm going to use the LOUISE base in the shade 0.5 again. Right now I'm just going to work on getting a nice smooth line, because we are working with black. Before I go back to get any more of that base on my brush, I wipe my brush off on my makeup wipe to get some of that black off. So this is going to be a pretty risky move, but I'm gonna take my makeup wipe and I'm just gonna like kind of wipe some of this away, because I'm going to be going in with pastel colors and I really don't want this black to be mixing in with it. I'm not going to go all the way up to the line. I'm just going to go pretty close because our base will take care of the rest. Okay, so my whole inspiration for this, by the way, besides the one black blend challenge, is this picture right here by Shine Shadows. And I just love how he did the black and then he did like the really rainbowy look. And I would love to do that sometime, but I just kind of did like a rainbowy look, like with really brights. And I got this winter collection of these basic bases from LOUISE, so I just kind of want to use these instead. So I'm going to do like a pastel rainbow instead of like a bright rainbow. Now my lids are like stained a little bit pink because I did a pink look yesterday, so no big deal, these will cover it. I'm also going to use the white base, which is shade 0, and that is actually the shade I'm going to start off with. I'm going to put that in the inner corner. And since we wiped a lot of that black away, this is going on a lot cleaner and really white like I wanted. And I'm just going to bring it to about there, and I'm going to make sure that it is all where my inner corner is because we're working with black, and I want to make sure I keep my eyes open as much as possible. Next, I'm going to go in with the pink base, which is called Winter Rose. I'm going to blend that right next to the white. When I get close to the crease, I'm going to make sure I pat instead of swiping the product because I don't want it to mix with that black. And if any of the black does get on my brush, I just wipe it off on my makeup wipe. I'm going to take my finger and just tap in between the white and pink shades to kind of blend them together. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade Vivid Violet, and I'm going to pack that next to the pink. Again, when I get to the crease, I'm going to tap the product on as opposed to swiping it. And then I'll take my finger and dab it between the pink and purple to blend it again. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade Touch of Frost. And then last, I'm going to go in with the shade Hint of Mint. I didn't leave myself a whole lot of room for it, but I'm still going to try to incorporate it because it's so pretty. Okay, and so that's kind of the pastel moment we have going on. I'm going to go ahead and start covering these bases with actual eyeshadow shades. For white, I'm going to go in with this shade called Glucose from the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. It is the most pigmented white that I've ever used. It has a lot of fallout, but I don't really care as long as it does its job. I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and for the pastel pink, I'm going to grab this very first shade in the palette. And right now, all I'm doing is packing the color on over top of the base. And then I'll go back in and blend in between the pink and the white. Next, I'm going to pick up this purple shade. Next, I'm going to pick up this blue shade. And then the last shade I'm going to pick up is this minty looking color. So now I'm just going to take a clean blending brush. This is the M456 brush, and I'm just going to use it to start blending those shadows together because I don't want any harsh lines. I want it to be a nice gradient between the shadows. So to go ahead and blend that purple and blue together to make it more gradient, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this darker blue shade, and I'm just going to press that right in between those two shades. Between the pink and purple shades, I'm mixing this purpley pink up here in the corner and this pink right here, just the tiniest bit of each, and I'm pressing that between the purple and the pink. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and remove these shadow shields. I'm gonna go ahead and do eyeliner, and I'm gonna use the Suva Beauty Hydra liner in the shade Grease. And I'm just kind of stamping it on there, and I want it to be like really thin in the front and it can flare out at the end. Next, I'm going to take the Suva Beauty Hydra Liner in the shade Silver Lining, and I'm going to go right above the black liner that we just made. And once again, I'm just stamping that Hydra Liner on. And then I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner, Glitter Liner in the shade Glam Rock. And I'm just going over the silver with that. Okay, so I'm going to try my best not to ruin this, and I am going to go in with that silver Hydra Liner again, and I'm going to put it right above the cut. I'm not going to bring it all the way to the inner corner though. I'm just going to kind of start it here and take it out. I'm going to go back into that white shade from the Blood Sugar palette, and I'm going to dust a little bit of that on my brow bone. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with that P. Louise base in the shade 0.5 to prime under my eyes. So next I'm going to go in with those same P. Louise bases, the colored ones, only I'm going to reverse them, so it's going to be in the opposite order. So I'm going to start off with Winter Rose, and then Vivid Violet, and then Touch of Frost, and then Hint of Mint. And then I'm going to go back in with the corresponding shades from the BH Cosmetics palette. I'm going to take a clean JH37 brush and just run it underneath all of that to blend it. Then I'm going to go into that black shade from the Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette and I'm going to take that on a flat definer brush, and I'm just going to press that right up against my lash line very lightly and in a very thin line. I'm going to take this Sigma Longwear eyeliner pencil for my upper waterline, and I'm actually going to go ahead and smudge that on my bottom waterline as well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do mascara and lashes. I'm going to use the Lilly lashes in the style Miami, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have my lashes on, I'm going to go ahead and start bronzing and contouring and all that stuff. For bronzer and contour, I'm going to go in with this Gerard Cosmetics Honeymoon palette, and I'm going to grab this lightest shade. You guys, I am not lying when I say that this is the only bronzer that I've ever found that looks natural on my skin. I know I can go overboard, but even when I go overboard, it still looks okay. Next, I'm going to take the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek in the shade Werk, and I'm just going to dab that on my cheeks and then blend it out with my finger. For highlight, I'm going to go in with the Ofra Cosmetics Beverly Hills highlighter, and I'm just going to kind of dip my brush and mix these three in together. And yes, I'm aware that I wear a lot of highlighter, but I love it and I'm going to continue to do that. So, sorry, not sorry. I'm going to take this MAC mixing medium and this little jar of glitter, and I'm going to pop that into my inner corner. I'm going to go ahead and set my face with this Morphe setting spray. And then because I'm crazy, I'm going to add just a little bit more highlighter. For lips, I'm going to go in with my favorite lip combo, and you guys have seen it a million times. It's the Gerard Cosmetics Lip Pencil in Cher. It's the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte in the shade Bare It All. And then the Gerard Cosmetics Gloss in Nude. Okay, you guys, that concludes my tutorial on this look right here, inspired by MUA Madeline and Shine Dot Shadows. So I will make sure to link them down below. Please don't forget to check them out because they're awesome. And I hope you guys loved it, and I will see you in my next tutorial.